to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and you're about to listen to a hypnosis session all about releasing stress. And I was working with a client that had certain health issues that would flare up if they were going through stressful periods in their life. And that was things like headaches and muscle soreness and even pain. But they would only have that in periods of stress. And it was almost like their body was giving them a warning signal that they need to relax, release the stress, change their priorities. And that's really what this session is all about. This particular client would also use alcohol as a way of relieving stress, but then that would actually contribute to more health issues. So we've also got the suggestion that alcohol isn't the best tool for them to actually do this, and things like relaxation, meditation, breath work is much more effective. So if you like the idea of releasing stress in a fast way, or if you have health symptoms whenever you feel stressed, and sometimes people get psychosomatic things, it might be a rash or a bump, or it might be poor quality sleep. It doesn't have to be things like a headache or muscle soreness that this client has. It could be whatever you have. Then I think you'll benefit from this session. Just be aware that some of the suggestions are going to be entirely calibrated to the client I was working with, because I don't know who's listening to this after I actually do the recording. So if you do want a session that is calibrated just for you and your situation, there will be a link in the description where you can book a completely free consultation call. We'll have a chat on Zoom, and I might end up being your hypnotherapist. For now, though, find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed. Relax and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in that resourceful feeling of calm and relaxation. And as you exhale, allow your eyelids to feel heavy and relaxed, and give permission to start releasing stress and releasing tension. As you exhale, feel it leave your body. And as you inhale, I want you to imagine breathing in a bright, white, glowing, healing light. Imagine that healing light going in through your nose, down your windpipe, into your lungs. And then imagine your heart transports that glowing, healing light to whichever parts of your body need it most. Maybe you could imagine the muscles around your neck and shoulders. Perhaps you could imagine it there somewhere in your head, in the exact location that maybe you've had headaches or migraines. Imagine it flowing into your tongue, around your lips, all of the elements around your mouth, your palate, your cheeks, even your taste buds. But as you exhale, I want you to imagine breathing out dark shadows that represent stress, tension, and worries. As you consider this a transfusion, breathing in that bright white healing light, allowing it to go to work, And then exhaling anything that's been the cause of pain or discomfort. And maybe that is stress, but maybe it's something else. Your unconscious knows. And as you exhale, it's leaving your body, enabling you to feel deeper and deeper relaxed. And when you feel deeper relaxed, isn't it natural to breathe even deeper? And when you breathe even deeper, you breathe even more of that healing white light. Imagine it going to work, and as you exhale, see the darkness, feel the darkness, leaving your body in that outward breath. Each breath taking you deeper relaxed. And as your body relaxes, your imagination awakens. That's it. Enabling you to start to imagine a place of calm tranquility, a safe, healing place. That's it. And there, in that relaxing place, just imagine the most comfortable chair, maybe one of those comfy reclining chairs. And as you imagine resting on that reclining chair, continue to breathe in that healing white light and exhaling slowly any stress, tension and worries, anything that desires to be released. Your body already knows how to relax, and your mind already knows what peace feels like. Each breath out can be like letting go of unnecessary tension, unhelpful worries, and traces of old historical stress that may have been trapped or stored or lodged in your body. And maybe you notice that even as you breathe, there's a subtle shift. Just a little more relaxation in the jaw, the tongue resting more easily, and the breath flowing more naturally. And as your body starts to let go, loosen, relax, your mind can begin to let go too. Because the stressful event that once caused pressure, anxiety, those are now behind you. They are in the past. And the past no longer needs to echo into your present. I want you to think of a time when you were outside in the rain with an umbrella. The umbrella was useful while it was raining. But when the rain stopped, or you returned inside, you just collapsed that umbrella and you put it away. And I want you to think of any soreness, aches or pains. You might have felt that they were necessary while you were going through that period that felt like a storm. But there is no storm now, and therefore the headaches, the soreness, all those sensations in your mouth are no longer needed. And therefore just imagine collapsing them, putting them away, as a signal to your brain that they are not required now. The nervous system is just like an incredible instrument that sometimes holds the last note of a song that's already over. But as you exhale, I wonder if you can imagine that sound fading gently into silence. And what remains is stillness. What remains is balance. And what remains is peace. That's right. Your body now understands that it is safe to relax again. It's safe to release, safe to heal, and every cell can now begin to remember what this wonderful feeling of calm feels like. And you continue to breathe in that healing white light. But every time you exhale, the darkness becomes lighter. From dark clouds to light grays to nothing at all. As that becomes a clue that you've released what needed to be released. That's it. So feel that calm expanding through your body. From your breath to your muscles. From your jaw and mouth to your shoulders, your chest, your back. As you can imagine the stress simply melting away. Draining from the body like warm water down a gentle stream. And now, in the past, you may have used something to cope. Cope with the pain, or just to distract. And maybe alcohol once seemed to offer temporary relief. Maybe it was a way of coping, of switching off. But your deeper mind now understands that what you were really craving wasn't the alcohol itself, not the taste, not the smell, not the sensation. It was relief. It was peace. It was a respite. But what if you can access that same level of relief in a much more natural, healthier way? Maybe that's through slow breathing, through meditation, through gentle or mindful awareness. And each time you slow your breath, you are slowing the mind. And each time you meditate, you are soothing the body. And each time you relax, you are healing the system that once felt overwhelmed. And maybe you can imagine a simple choice point in your mind, like where a flowchart migrates into two different directions. And one path leads to an old habit of escape, and the other to a calmer, clearer state of awareness. And what if from this moment on, you find it easier to take that second path, the path to the calmer, clearer state of awareness, where pain is just a signpost, the canary in the coal mine, a feedback loop that perhaps you need to reprioritize, to rest and relax, to let go. Because that second path, the one that nourishes you, is the one that restores balance and a sense of harmony within your body and your mind. And as the body relaxes even more deeply, I wonder how long it will be before you notice signs of progress. I don't know if it will be hours, days, or weeks until you notice fewer headaches and perhaps no headache at all. I wonder how long it will be until your muscles feel lighter and more relaxed and more flexible, letting go of all of that tension. And I'm not sure when you will first notice a mouth that feels cooler, calmer, healed. All I know is that these are signs that your body is returning to harmony. And I want you to imagine that future. A future where your sleep becomes deeper. Imagine observing yourself waking up with enthusiasm, energy, that attitude of seizing the day. Your energy and enthusiasm brimming and oozing like sunlight after a long winter. And I want you to see in that future where you're more like yourself again, see how that improved mood naturally strengthens your connection with the people you care about. Maybe you see yourself with your partner with an even stronger connection, even more of that harmony between the both of you. Because when you feel at ease inside, you connect more easily outside. More patience, more laughter, more smiles, more love. And as this transformation continues, your subconscious mind can make one final agreement to keep reminding you that the stressful events are over. This is the period of your life where you set the pace, you set the priorities, and you decide what you do or do not do. Because this is a new chapter. And what if it's a chapter of peace, calm, balance, and harmony that then leads to even more health and vitality? Each day that passes, you'll find yourself breathing more freely, sleeping more deeply, waking more refreshed, and living more presently. Because your body is no longer a place of stress. Your body is a sanctuary of calm. And what if you're already proving that truth with every slow, long, relaxed, peaceful breath? And I'm not sure when you will breathe more from your diaphragm than your chest. All I know is when you practice breathing from your diaphragm, your body gets more oxygen and your nervous system calms down. And some people only need to practice for a few minutes per day before the body just likes breathing that way. It's time to return from your imagination in that reclined chair, in that place of calm tranquility. But you return with the belief that your body knows how to heal, your body knows how to release stress, and you will find new ways of moving your life into a wonderful direction that doesn't require dependency on anything. So take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, connect and calibrate into the here and the now. As I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode of The Hypnotist. If you've enjoyed this episode or got some value from it, please give it a 5-star rating and review. And maybe you know someone that would also benefit from this particular episode, in which case share the episode with them so they can also get the benefit too. And if you would like to listen to this episode where it's just the hypnosis, so no intro, no outro, no explanation, just the hypnosis and completely ad-free, there will be a link in the description where you can subscribe at a very low cost and only get access to the hypnosis. So if that's of interest, please check that out. Thank you again for being a regular listener of The Hypnotist, and I'll see you again soon for more.